fuck up. Okay, come on, work. All right, here we go. It's a beautiful day to blaze some good. A beautiful day to blaze some good. Would you be kind? Please light mine. All right. Second go around. It's a little bit closer to the previous one that I like, but it's already late. Completely intended on doing things way earlier. This shit happens. But anyway, the beans greens, wake and bake. Day 8. Technically, wait a minute. Day 9. I'm gonna have to go back and look because I'm tripping now. So maybe it's day 9. It's supposed to be day. Well, yeah. So it's supposed to be Thursday's podcast. So anyway, I do shit way late, and then this is so 100 days, 1,000 subscribers. Anyway, so I kind of had to switch things up a little bit because usually on Wednesday, you know what I'm saying, I'll do like the segment Laughing with Ghosts. Internet went down, and then yesterday I had some issues with the internet, so switched up the segments. You know what I'm saying? I did the little discussion on dystopic movies that, you know, are basically, the best way to put it is these movies are actually playing out in real life. The plots, the themes, playing out in real life. So yesterday, the 2 movies that I mentioned was Manchurian Candidate, whatever, and then Network. So tonight we're gonna do the Laughing with Ghost segment. So this one, just to go back over what I was mentioning yesterday, this is gonna be a Mr. Patrice O'Neill. And so with this segment, I don't know what the hell's wrong with me right now. But I'm saying with this segment, the idea is, you know, listening to or reacting or creating commentary or pulling the commentary from certain bits from these comedians that have passed. That's why Laughing with Ghosts. You know, the craziest thing, and this is a parallel between one of the movies that I mentioned yesterday and then the segment that we're about to have. You know, there is this parallel theme. It's a socio-political theme that you it seems to be in everything. I'm gonna use a college word, pervasive. College word. It's pervasive in everything. So there's like this social. I don't know. I mean, because okay, so in this bit from Patrice, there's a thing that happened way back when actually George Bush was president, and it was a tsunami, Southeast Asia. Now, you know how the media, you know, plays everything. There was sort of a general sort of disrespect that was towards the country and towards the president, that it, you know, it was basically the media displayed that. So really don't know how truthful it was from the country, outside the country, but you know, this was something that was portrayed in the media, and Patrice O'Neill touches on that. You know, he touches on the fact that it feels like you're sort of like, it's like you're dissing the country, which, okay, I understand, but then again, I'm an American, so yo, what up? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. Even though I don't like Bush, you can't. I'm not gonna let you. You know what I'm saying? Diss our country, and that's actually playing out in society now. You know, with Trump being president, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, yo, whatever problems we got, you can't diss our president. You know, and it's just so crazy. So now the parallel theme, or I don't know if it's necessarily a parallel thing, but things in that movie. This movie's from 1976, so themes and social political themes that are in that movie are basically things that are going on right now, because there were things that were described in that movie that, you know, this was, even though this was 76, 40. I was born in 77, so it's 49 years ago. This is 49 years ago. They was describing how society was in that time, which is exactly what's happening now. You know what I mean? It was just sort of like if you think about it, best way to put it, sort of the cinematography of the time was a little bit different. In other words, you know, the movie, well, the architecture was different. You know, cars look different, businesses look different. So that's what I'm saying. The cinematography, or I think that's maybe the word I'm looking for. Just sort of emphasis on what I'm saying. But, you know, now we look a little more modern, obviously, because we're there. You know, we're not as modern as we need to be. You know, Jetsons and all of them shits. They didn't ever deliver on their promise for this shit from even Back to the Future. Yo, can I get like a hover skateboard? That's what I want more than anything. All right, but so it's just weird because one of the parallel themes, or just the themes that all the stuff that was going on in 76 or and back in the day, and even back when Patrice O'Neill was, you know, presenting this bit, you know, something like 15, 20 years ago. The same shit's going on right now in 2025. So, you know, it's crazy parallel. So I'm going to go ahead and cue this up. We're going to listen to the bit. It's just a little bit of the comedy special. I'm not going to play the whole comedy special, but you should definitely go back and check it out. I mean, check it out. Check it out. You know what it is? I can hear the mic, but there's sort of like a delay, like a latency issue. What's a delay if you're talking, but if you're playing guitar, it'd be latency, but it's the same basic concept. But either way, it just fucking me up because I hear myself back, but it's like a second after. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cue this up. You know, then we're going to obviously talk about some different things here and there. Want to claim fair use? If that's even a thing? I don't know. Fair use? Okay. And of course, I'm going to turn the mic off. So if you see me miming something, or you see me talking, it's basically me miming something. No need to mention that. Just, anyway, here we go.
Well, I mean, we got a couple of good holidays. We got Mother's Day and Valentine's Day, but you don't get the day off of that shit. I don't give a fuck. Call a bitch from the phone or pay phone and say I love you, but you better get your... I got mad at the tsunami shit. I got angry at that shit. Now, we can talk about it now because the news don't talk about it no more, so that means we don't really care. Like when I was watching the shit, I kept going, God damn, that don't look like that movie The Day After Tomorrow, or this shit don't look horrifying. I would have died, definitely, because it didn't. I just would have stood there and been like, ooh, look at this, woo. It's a high one coming. That shit didn't look horrific, but evidently it was. But if you live in New York City, first of all, you can't really get that fucked up over natural disasters, especially if you're black. Black people, niggas do not die in natural disasters. It doesn't happen. That's something between Asians and white people. Asians die in natural disasters. They die in earthquakes and floods and shit. And white people die with all wind-related shit. Like God's trying to blow white people away. But the tsunami shit fucked me up because, again, this foreign shit. Motherfuckers start attacking Bush, okay? But when he attacked Bush, you attacking the country. And I'm not really on some Bush shit, but you can't attack this motherfucker. They said he didn't apologize quick enough for the tsunami. Like, he didn't get up out of bed and make a speech for the tsunami shit.
See what I mean? The media painting this narrative, like, really, what could you do? How is him saying anything making the situation any better? Now, again, I'm not on some bullshit either. Not even saying that, but, it's like the media is like a person that lies. If you can, sort of put like a human, sort of represent the media as a human being. It's like someone that just lies all the time and it just has all these plots out and it's just really untrustworthy, and you never could really like trust what they're saying. Very untrustworthy. That's what media is like. If you could personify I'm trying to think of the word where you turn something into a human representative. Like, so you take something that's inanimate, college word, and then you make it into sort of a human. Anyway, back to the bit.
First of all, it was the day after Christmas. Second of all, only about 2,000 people died at that time. So that's like, what, It's a billion of them motherfuckers over there. 2,000? It didn't start getting fucked up till like six figures, like 100, goddamn, 100,000, shit. But they start cursing this motherfucker up because he didn't get up and make that speech. First of all, let's be honest. Let's just be honest. I don't think the motherfucker know where Indonesia is on the map. Neither does he give a fuck. Like, if you ask him, where's Indonesia? He'd be like, I'll ask the secretary of giving a fuck with. Ask this black bitch. ask this black bitch always next to me. Oh, shit. I don't know where the fuck Indonesia is. You think he give a fuck where Indonesia is? Plus, when he got the memo, the first thing he did was look at it and go, oh, boy, first of all, what the fuck is a tsunami? And everybody's scared and shit. Everybody's scared to tell him it's tsunami, Mr. President, because he'll smack the shit out of him at tsunami. What the fuck? Is that a T? Is that a T? Is that an S? It's tsunami. I'ma smack the shit. So the next motherfucker come in here and tell me how to pronounce a motherfucking word, I will smack you through this motherfucking wall. I mean, when you watch the news, when you home alone, man, certain things just, you feel differently when you're in public. If people ask you like Scott, like let me like Scott Peterson, let me qualify what I'm getting ready.
All right, he's getting ready to go into he was basically pivoting. So yeah, that was I don't know. I just when I first heard the part about Tucsonomy, I don't think even I don't know even when I was a kid I never called it Tucsonomy. I don't know. I just think I kind of knew, kind of learned that T was silent. I never called it Tucsonomy, but then I think I initially, if I ever had to write it, the word tsunami, what I'm saying, I did it without the T, but hate to brag, I was a bit of a, that's not to say like a nerd, but back in New York when I was going to school, young kid, I was on the upper levels of everything. So you have people with the SLD, that's slur learning. I mean, not that I like to brag about it a little bit, but I'm here trying to do YouTube and shit with 11 subscribers, and so being intelligent as a child doesn't necessarily equate to anything, but it's still something I'm proud of. It's not like I worked at it. It was just it was crazy. I was in basically top honors, sort of math, history. Anyway, I like to brag about that a little bit. But again, going back to that, what I was saying before, that same thing is going on now. Basically, you have people, even from within the country and outside the country, what I'm saying, dissing president, dissing this and that about the country. And it's like, you don't necessarily want to, at least me, don't defend the president. He defend himself. I mean, he's like the 50 Cent of presidents. Shit, get your ass. That's for sure. It's like 50 Cent. You don't want to start no shit with him because you get your ass. He'll get in it. Like, get in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pause. Figuratively. And that's the worst when you got people with money and they petty. Like, I forgot who it was. It's like, person hated another person and they bought the house next to that person. I know I heard that somewhere. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers got money, so it's like you work somewhere, so they buy the business so they could be your boss. That type of nah. But that's the point. You know what I'm saying? Even people from within, it's like, you're attacking, at least from my mind, okay, so you're attacking the president, right? Or you're attacking the job that he's doing, or attacking just government in general. You know what I mean? And I'm not for everything that it does, but the whole idea is, if we don't have this, then what do we have? If we can strip everything away back to the basic and apply the Constitution to how we live and to the letter of the law, and not all these loopholes and end arounds and just total strip down all the excess fat. Yeah. But the only other option is basically what they're trying to do is privatize everything. And now once they privatize everything, you have no recourse to whatever bullshit they pull. At least now you can say, okay, maybe I can call a congressman, or we can get together and have a protest. And I mean, ideally, because I honestly, that's stupid shit to do. Not because the idea of it is stupid, but it's just that they've demonized it, number one, and then number two, they're just gonna crack your fucking head. So, but just ideologically, we have recourse now, somewhat. And there's expectations based off of the constitutional law and how things are supposed to be run. Now, when you get with corporate rules and bylaws and things like that, it's cold, hard. This is it. If you don't like it, fuck you. And they're marketing things that we need. So it's like, think about it. You want clean water. They say you got to do this, this, and this. And if you don't do it, you don't get clean water. Fuck you. They want to privatize mail. So think about it. We go from getting mail every day, or, basically frequent, to like maybe now it's you only get it once a month, or you gotta pay. Now that's another bill. I gotta pay for my mail. And it's simple because now all bills are digital anyway. So what's the main thing you get in the mail is your bills. And there are some people out there that prefer snail mail. And these are the people that are going to be fleeced by this whole idea of privatizing. So it's crazy because, even whether it's comedy, music, movies, everything is sort of it all revolves around socio-political ideology, basically. Socio-political ideology, and it's basically social engineering to an extent. So like with comedy, it's poking fun at it. It's putting it in your face, saying, "Hey," showing you the absurdities of these things, the absurdity of these things. I don't know why I'm tripping on my words tonight. Got cotton mouth like a motherfucker. And I ran out of papers right before I started filming. It's like 6 a.m, so. And I'm already. But, like I was saying, so with comedy, I think people take it for granted that we have this thing called freedom of speech. Because if these people that want to censor speech get their way, it's basically going to just kill comedy. Shit ain't going to be funny no more. And this whole idea of canceling people because you don't like what they say, or people got to apologize, or... Carlin said it best, the pussification. I think I'm going to play some Carlin for next week Laughing When Go segment, because again, another comedian that you can listen to what he's describing in his comedy shows, like way back. Because he goes back to the 60s. all of his commentary from then up until the time that he died, which was before, obviously, obviously before now. All the commentary can just be lifted and placed over now, and it would still apply to everything. So it's 48 years. I keep seeing and I keep paying attention to how cyclical, college word, how cyclical everything is. And, everybody say, well, this is a new time, it's new age. No. Because you think about it, right? You feel time, right? But the whole idea behind it is all here. Because, okay, you see night and day, of course. And consecutive night and days appear, and then you get older, right? But okay, so what were those? What are these things? It's. I mean, it just feels like, and I hate to use the word social construct. I think it's more of a mental construct. And again, it's sort of a thing of control. Same thing with time, keeping time on a clock. It's like, you got to be to work early, don't be late. You hear the alarm clock that wakes you up, and so you know the time you got to get up, and then you got to do this, and this, and this. I don't know. I hate having to be on time. I was never successful with it. But the whole thing is, it's my time. My time is my time. Now I get it. When you're dealing with other people, you're dealing with their time as well. So you want to be respectful in that regards. But even just, okay, not even just dealing with other people, just like on a daily basis. If I want to sit here, and watch fucking movies all day, it's my time. That's the thought process. Yeah, it's crazy shit. It just bugs me. Again, I mentioned networking. I'm probably going to stream that this weekend for a marathon. I may do it this weekend, but there's a segment in network, and again, I have to repeat this. There's a whole segment in network where he's describing these things, talking about, the air just isn't fit to breathe, the food isn't fit to eat. We talk about 63 deaths or 63 murders and all these robberies as it's something that's normal, and that this is the way things are supposed to be. Now, this is 1976. The movie came out. But he's describing 2025. Yeah. I think people just need to open their eyes. They're putting the shit out there for us to see. Just watch the movies. Go back and watch Star Wars. That's another movie. I'm not even going to go into it. That's a whole segment. I think I'm going to make that next week's segment, because Star Wars is very much so. Very, very, very much so. I think it was the original one was sort of based something around, I believe, the Vietnam War, maybe. I'm going to do my research. Next week, dystopic movie segment is going to be Star Wars, because I've already been down that road. Is looking at it and saw the parallels. So I'm just going to go do my research. I may go back and watch the first 6. Because, yeah, the first one came out, A New Hope, 77. The year I was born. That shit is 48 years old. Anyway, day is long, sun is hot.